All right, guys. Welcome to the Ramp Up Trade Recap for October 24th, 2018. And boy, did we kill it today, huh, guys? Sorry for putting this out so late. We've been working on a lot of back end functions with the new chat room, and we've been pretty busy trying to figure all the alerts and stuff out. So please excuse me for having this out so late. But it's 10:30, and I wanted to hurry up and get it done before the night's over. So let's see. First, we can start off with the SPY. Well, what do you know? The SPY broke down. How about this, guys? Let's do this. Charts. Let's give y'all a bigger picture. How about that? All right, so first things first, the SPY. As you can see, it broke down. We broke yesterday's lows right here. And then, it pretty much went down to the next support level right here. Look, that was the next support. After that, you have like here and then maybe here, you can mark. But then there's also places on the hourly that matter too. But it pretty much came down to the next support level right here, which is what you would expect, either that or this, but this was pretty far, so this was what I was probably expecting. Since we started way up here, this is a huge day, obviously. So when we broke this, the next obvious support was going to be right here, and it came down and touched that to a T. So bunch of amazing trades in the chat room today. I know a lot of people made money. And let's start it off. First things first is, let's see. We had so many trades, guys. It's going to be hard for me to go over every single one. But let's see. Amazon was called out in the chat I called it out in chat under 1753, which was right here. Wait a second. Under 1753. So right around here. Right as it was curling back down and broke these lows is whenever it was called out. Perfect trade. As you can see, you had major support right here, right? Came down. SPY was tanking at the same time, right? You always want to keep an eye on that. So it came up, popped right into that VWAP and at 200 SMA. I suggest if y'all don't have the VWAP 200 SMA in your charts, put it. I use the 50 EMA too, and the 9 and 20 EMA. You can kind of change these up to the 6 and 16 or the 8 and 21 and stuff like that. But you should at least have the VWAP and 200 SMA. Came into the VWAP, curled back over. I called it right as it was curling back over. Said you get in at 1753 or the break of these lows. But, it just came down. Look at that. Once it crossed over from right here, you could have got in. You don't want to chase stuff out the gate. So I wouldn't say you would have got in here. But from pre-market, once this if you would have got in here, you could have rode this cloud down the whole way and it never crossed back over, right? So I know it's hard to stick into some of these trades, but sometimes, man, you just got to. Usually you don't get big days like this, but think about if you were just to sell. From here to here is a pretty big move. So just think if you sold 3/4 here and you kept a quarter riding. Of course, most of the time, like other days, you get it come here and then pop back up and then go back up and you'll get stopped out. But if you put that last quarter at break even, then it won't, you'll still make money on the 3/4. And then all the times you get stopped out with the remaining shares at break even. So it really doesn't matter anyways, but you won't make quite as much on those trades as you could have if you sold the whole thing. But if you hold it for a big move like this when these do come, this will make up for 4 or 5 of the quarters that you didn't make money on, right? So Nvidia was another one. Nvidia, this was a great trade. I called Nvidia out as it was breaking these lows. This is when I got in. I got in right here. I got I forget what puts they were, but I got them. I played the 210 puts. I paid 320, I want to say. Yeah, 320 or 325, but some members got them at $3. So they must have got in right here in anticipation. And I wrote it down to here, and I sold. I pretty much bottom ticked it, actually. I sold like 3/4 of it right here, and then I held the other quarter, and I think that I ended up stopping out the other quarter here because stuff was starting to reverse, and I thought it was going to go back up, and we were going to get one of those days, like we did yesterday where it dipped and ripped. But we didn't get that, and then the puts ended up going all the way up to like $10 from $3. So yeah, more than 200%, almost 250%. But notice the cloud. The cloud did cross over here for a brief instant, but notice it came back to the VWAP, right? When you guys get larger accounts, you'll be able to work around a core position, which I'm going to start doing with my larger account. Lately with my larger account, I haven't been taking as many trades because I've been more focused on calling and helping y'all out with trades. But I'm going to start trading. I've been trading a lot smaller size lately to help myself hold for these bigger moves and get better, because I was trading big size and I was getting out a lot way faster than I should have, just because the profits would come so quick and you'd be up 2, 3, 4 grand so fast. So I said, okay, I'm going to go down in size and practice on holding longer. And I've been getting better at it. But look, it went right into the VWAP. That should have been a place. See, what I should have did was I should have held a quarter, put stops at break even. And as it went up to the VWAP, I shouldn't have got, I think I stopped out here, but on the last quarter. But I should have held it. And then I could have sold here or let it pop into the VWAP, and then you could even add as it pops into the VWAP and rejects. This is a common theme. When you see things that are all, every stock, all the leading big stocks are tanking, the SPY's tanking, Dow's tanking, you will get these pops where people are covering, and then it'll reject the VWAP and then, tank some more. So this is a good place to enter trades, but you have to be careful. It's only on times you have to, because sometimes it'll come up to that VWAP and then break through. So you have to be careful and make sure it rejects all the way. Also, Tesla was another trade that I called out long. I took it right here as it flagged. Right here, it came down, held the 9 EMA, 20 EMA, popped right back up. So when it was flagging here, I was ready to take the trade. I just wanted to see it break this 200 SMA. Well, it came down here, and then it sold off here, and it literally came down to the 20 EMA and bounced right off and spiked right back up. And that's when I knew that was the time to take the trade. I took it right over these highs and made about $1. Right around $1 on the options. They're 70 cents, something like that. Sold right up here towards these highs. So that was another good trade. Baba was another one called out. I think we called it out right around these lows, but same thing. I mean, guys, you get all these stocks. They all do this. They all run in the same manner. So when everything's tanking a day like this, you just wait for a break of support. This one kind of went slow and chopped around a little bit, but you should have never got stopped out. Because if you got in here, your stop needed to at least be above VWAP, right? So if VWAP was here, you needed to at least have your stop right up here and let it break VWAP, right? So it never did. It came right up to VWAP, right up to the 50 EMA, sold back off for a clean push down, right? I mean, so many great trades today, guys. It was crazy. Apple, another one. I can't remember where this one was called out, but let's see. Oh, and I know one that was called out towards the end of the day. Facebook was called out right here, right under these lows. SPY was selling off hard, and See, what's good about trading these stocks, guys, as I keep saying this over and over, is you get a gauge with the SPY, right? So with penny stocks, you don't get that. If a stock is normally sold off this far, normally you would be thinking, okay, I'm chasing it, right? But with a stock like this, when you can pull up Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla, Baba, Nvidia, Netflix, Baidu, when you can pull up all those stocks plus the SPY, and they're all sold off like this too, and they're about to break lows, and they're doing the same thing, because if you looked at a bunch of the stocks, they all made the same pop, just with SPY, Amazon, Apple, they all did the same thing. They made the same pop, and then they all started to sell off real quick. So when we saw all the stocks doing that same thing, Rock went ahead and called this out on the break of lows, because they were all turning back over. I mean, they pretty much look identical, the charts. They all made the same pop. I mean, not to a T, but a lot of them made the same little pop and then came back over and sold off, right? So, I mean, you can look at Apple. Look, made that same pop, sold back off, came down. Look at SPY. Pop, sold off, came back down, broke lows, bam. Also, this was a trade. Rock called this one out. I think he called it under. Let's see if I can find out. Okay, so SPY was called under 272.50, which was right here under these lows. So it looks like you would have got in right here at the break of this 270. It looks like that's probably, he called it under these lows, this little consolidation right here. And look, if you got in here, your stop had to be at this high, right over the VWAP, right over the 50 and 200, 50 EMA, 200 SMA, right over these highs. You never got stopped out. It ran right into VWAP. And this is why it's so important that if you're going to get in here, you can't have your stop just right here, because stuff's going to pop back into that VWAP. That's what it does. So your stop, you need to be taking small enough size to where you can withstand a pullback to at least here. So SPY sold off, popped right back up, broke the VWAP a little bit, right? So this is why you sell into these pushes, because you sell into this push and you can either hold a quarter, let it come back up, put your stop at break even, come back up. It broke the VWAP a little bit. If you wanted to stop out, that could be fine. You could have your stop right above VWAP. But when you saw it came back up and it pretty much went right back under, you can get back in short right here for another fade down, right? But I didn't take all these trades because I made good money on the Nvidia short, and I made some real good money. So let's just say if I only made like $200 or something on Nvidia, of course I would have took a bunch more of these other trades because they were so good of setups, and I would try to make more in a day. But once I make pretty good money, a couple grand or something, I'm cool with walking away for the day. I'm not worried about trying to make more money. I'm just I'm cool with it. So I just walk away for the day and take what I got. But anyways, guys, bunch of great trades today. I mean, so many great trades. It was crazy. I hope everybody's making money. If you're not, DM me, man. We will work with you. Trust me, guys. We want y'all to be successful. And there's no reason you shouldn't be making money, because the trades I'm going to start keeping track. Oh, and I want to make a spreadsheet, guys. I think everybody needs to be tracking their trades. And I want to make a personalized spreadsheet where everybody can track their trades, and it will automatically give you your risk to reward ratio and stuff like that. I've seen someone else do it, and they made like an Excel type spreadsheet. It was free to make, and you would type in, it had your different columns where you would type in your risk to reward for the trade, how much you made, how much you lost, And then as you put into trades, it would add up those columns and give you your average win-loss ratio, your average win, your average loss, how much your profit-loss ratio, your RR. It would give you all that. So I think that's something important that you guys should be tracking, because if you're losing, especially if you're not being consistent, because the trades that we've been calling out, and I wish we would we're going to start keeping up with this, because I can guarantee that since we started screen share, like this is the 4th week. I think this is the 4th week. I would say our win rate has got to be over. It's got to be over 80%, because I know we've had some losers, here and there, but for the most part, like even if we have a loser or two on the day, we'll have like 8 winners to back it up, So we got to be like at around 80% or something or more. Or I don't even know, guys. It's been crazy. So if you're not making money following these trades, then it's got to be something that you're either taking too much size, getting stopped out too early, right? Or, it's got to be something like that. And guys, they were buying these options up. If you look, I suggest y'all bring up level 2s of different contracts, and you can just see the volume pouring into them. Level 2, I'm not so big on level 2, but I do like to watch it. It's not a telltale, I'm not like a professional at reading level 2 like some people are with small caps, where they just don't even look at the chart, they look at the level 2. But I like to look at the level 2 because it does tell you a lot. I like to look at the level 2 of the stock and the level 2 of the option I'm playing, because I want to see the people buying up the option I'm in. And the same thing with buying up the stock. You can look at the level 2 of the stock, and that also helps. So I think y'all should be doing that. And I'm going to see about getting that Excel sheet so y'all can track your trades, because I think that's important too. But those are just a few of the trades we took today, guys. You can see the setups that we like to play. Easy break of support, nothing fancy, a lot of wedge patterns, some great trades, guys. And you can easily see how these things come right back into VWAP and resistance, and then sell back off, right? So some really good stuff. And I just hope that y'all are learning. And I don't know, whoever's not making money can get consistent. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and post this. I hope that let's see if there was any that I forgot. Oh, let's talk about tomorrow. So tomorrow, let's go to a 1 hour chart. First off, let's go to ES. All right, so right now we're flat. Looks like we're trying to maybe move up slowly but surely, but we're pretty much flat since we closed. This is after our trading in futures. So with SPY, like I said, same thing, pretty much flat. Looks like, well, gap it up a little bit, because if we close down here, you got to remember we closed way down here, so it is trying to gap up a little bit, right? Now with SPY, if you come to the hour chart, this is my favorite chart. Look, you have to come way back here. So next support, we're at 264.77, right? So next support's going to be right here, right? So if we can't hold this level, right, where if we need to hold today's lows, or we could see that level. But if you go to the daily, I think I don't know. I don't see us selling off. I don't know. It's hard to say, guys, but I don't know if I see us selling off. Well, let's see. We could. You never know, but we'll see. And we might get a green day tomorrow, but we're gonna have to just keep a lookout on these levels, guys. If you go to the hourly chart, if it can get back, well, I mean, it's hard to say. It tanked. I mean, it just came straight down, so you really don't even have any levels. I mean, it's going to be at one of those weird days tomorrow, guys. So let's just keep a lookout and see what happens. Y'all have a good night, and I will talk to y'all in the morning. All right. Later, guys.